Dear brothers and sisters, the last couple of videos were about the end of the world, but it may not come as soon as you expect. Okay, we need to be ready for it anytime, but we also need to be ready if needed for another hundreds of years. Okay, so today I want to talk about a more down to earth topic, the topic of health. Okay. Because this brings also some spiritual concerns. Well, the most important, most common problem that we know is that people don't care about their health. Okay, eating junk food and unhealthy lifestyle and bad habits and many other things. Okay, just destroying our health. More and more we have health conscious people, okay, that care about what they eat, about exercising, about longevity, other issues, and which is also bringing some threats with it, okay, some spiritual threats, because if we make an idol from our body, from health, how healthy we are, or how nice we look, okay, muscles, or okay, some other things, this is also becoming an idolatry. Okay, so where is this golden balance? Okay, where is this the right approach? Okay, today I want to talk about this because there is another problem, which is a pseudo spirituality. Okay, maybe monophysite. Okay, it's a spirituality that says, okay, we care about more important things. We care about spiritual things, about prayer, about God. So leave it alone. Why it should concern us to care about health and things like this? Okay, some radical people, they get into that kind of mistake. Okay, and maybe it's better to get in that kind of mistake than to get into some kind of okay, idolatry. But in any case, as Saint Ambrose of Milan said, that if God is on the first place, everything else is on the right place. Okay, so the first thing that we need to say is that health is not the highest priority for a Christian. Okay, but it's not the least, the last one. Okay, it is also important, and actually it's very important. But it's not as important as the spiritual life and pursuit for God and His truth, okay, which must obsess the heart of a Christian. Okay, how do I love Christ? What do I do? How do I reach His truth? Okay, okay, what can I do to come closer to Him, to have a deeper repentance, who leave His commandments, okay, to have the heart of a Christian, loving, self-sacrificing. Okay? All these concerns are spiritual. And having said that, we also recall that any sickness is, well, not any sickness, but there is a relationship between sin and sickness and death. Okay, so many sicknesses that we have are actually resulting from sin. So the best, okay, the first thing that we have to do is to get rid of sin, and then we'll solve, okay, more than half of our health problems. And some things the doctors won't tell you. For example, we read the 5th commandment. Have piety to your father and your mother. Venerate your mother and your father, and you will have long life and all kinds of goodness, blessings. Well, medicine will tell you how is this connected. I mean, you obey your father and your mother and you have a long life. This doesn't make sense. But for us it does. Okay, we believe God more than we believe medicine. Okay, because medicine knows something, and we don't challenge it, but it doesn't know many things yet. So this is another realm, another dimension. Okay, the dimension of moral and spiritual life. Unless they are sound, anything else loses its meaning. Okay, if you're dirty inside, but you look nice, you have big muscles, you're strong, that doesn't make you nice in front of God. Okay, the soul is ugly and sick. Okay, so we need to clean first the heart, the soul. This is the first thing to do before we get really concerned about health matters. Okay, so having said this, okay, so it's always we need to find this balance. Okay, we cannot be superficial about what we're talking about now. Okay, so please have patience, bear with me. I will say more about these more important things about this topic today. Okay. Well, okay, first of all, we have different kinds of callings for a Christian. Okay, for example, we have a calling to become a martyr. That means that there are things for which you can and should die if you are Christian, if you love Christ. And that means that they are more important than your health and your longevity. Okay? There are things that are more important, and you need to be ready to die for it. And you need to be ready to die anytime, any minute, and be happy about it. Okay? If the Lord decides that now it's time for you to meet with Him and to be with Him. Okay? You need to be ready for that, and you need to, not to avoid it, not to have any fear of death or even sickness for that matter. Okay? However, many people don't have this arrangement and calling, and the Lord wants them to walk a different path, a path of many years, maybe decades of asceticism and ministry to Him. This is daily martyrdom, that they serve Him. They are His witnesses. He said, "You will be my witnesses to the end of the world." So they are His witnesses, and they go and we go and we do this okay, testimony. And to do this, maybe He wants you to do it for another 100 years. Who knows? Okay, so but yet now you're destroying your health, so you won't be able to do it for that long. Okay, so we need to be ready for that. Okay. But both asceticism and ministry, any type of ministry, be it a mission, be it house, educating children, caring for family, be it some other career project, any ministry to the Lord also requires health. Okay? Even when monks, they come into monastery and they are sick, okay, there are not many expectations that they will have great success in spiritual life, because they cannot do much prayer, they cannot do vows, they cannot do strict fasting, they cannot read spiritual literature. They cannot do almost anything if their health is fair. So it's influencing your state of your health will influence what can you do for the Lord. okay? And it has direct relationship to what you can do spiritually. Okay, there is this close union. So people, Orthodox, who say, well, no, we just pray. We don't care about what we eat, how we live, what we sleep. We don't care about all these things. This is nonsense. This is all nonsense. Okay, then they become fat like this, and they get sick and they die soon. Okay, I mean, this is another trick coming from the devil, who wants to destroy people. He is a murderer. So you're just following him, and this is a pseudo-spirituality. This is not real spirituality. So we see in the first epistle of Saint Apostle Paul to Timothy, in chapter 5, verse 23, he said, he wrote, from now on, don't drink just water, but also use some oil, a little bit of wine, for the reason of your stomach, and because of your often sicknesses, many sicknesses or illnesses. Okay? So we see that Timothy, he was disciple of Apostle Paul. He was quite young yet, but his health was not very good. He had these stomach problems, okay, some kind of issues with metabolism, okay, and this produces all kinds of other sicknesses. So we also see that he was sick very often. Apostle Paul knows that. And Timothy, he also wanted to have ascetic life. This is in the context. If we see the previous verse, 22, we see that he says, preserve yourself clean. Clean heart also means to have ascetic life. So maybe he wanted to have a clean heart and very, don't follow his passions, or don't rely on tasty food and drinks. So he didn't drink anything but water. And Apostle Paul tells him, don't do that. Okay, a little bit of wine, adding and mixing it with water is good, is better for your stomach. Not for enjoyment, not that you have a more tasty life, but for health. For the purpose of health. So we see that he cares about this, and there is nothing wrong with it. Some other fathers, they say that your body should be like a donkey, and the donkey, you need to lose the bridle, or horse for that matter, the bridle. Sometimes you make it stricter, okay, you pull it, sometimes you release it, okay. You need to control this body, sometimes give it a little bit of food, sometimes letting it have abstain from food, from sleep, so that it doesn't fall down because it's overtired or has a lack of food. But it's also not just sufficient with everything, just eating whatever it wants. Okay, so we need to care about this. Okay, so what things are important? Okay, regarding health. Well, of course, is what we eat, what we drink. The diet, okay, is important to know that there is some junk food. Exercise is important. Vitamins, supplements, we need to have some basic understanding what is good for us, what we're lacking. Okay, to know that we might need some monitoring. Okay, to check blood and stuff like that. There is nothing bad about it. Okay, sleep. It should be not too much and not too little. Okay. Some rhythm okay, our rhythm should be well. Okay, this biological clock should run well. Okay, so also our brain. Okay, we need to always exercise our brain through what we read, through what we do. Okay, all these things they are important. Okay. However, they should not. They should not become like absolute value, absolute must. Okay, because it's like a car. Okay, you're entrusted. You're given a car. Okay, you own a car. Okay, this is something that's given to you by the Lord, who wants you to use it. Okay, to do some good things with it. Okay, and of course you need to maintain it. You need to care about it. Okay, you cannot say, oh, it's the things I'm doing now are so important, so I don't have time to care about the car. It's just don't change oil. I don't do all those things. I just do important things with it. Well, this is a lie. Okay, this is just an excuse. We need to take care of it. Okay, how we drive, where we drive. Okay, how we maintain it. However, if there is some emergency, for example, we need to rescue someone, of course we can drive like real fast, which may be even harmful to the car. Okay, of course we can drive somewhere maybe in the field, which is also going to be damaging the car, but it's going to be to save someone's life, let's say. Okay, so the same thing goes with our body. Normal maintenance, we need to give it the normal maintenance, all those things which I've just listed. But we also, if needed, for some purpose, we can see from Apostle Paul, his life, he so much challenge. Okay, he went to places where he got beaten, and when he was hungry, or in some prisons, or in the heat, or in the cold. Okay, he didn't so say, oh, sorry, I care about my daily I don't know, glucose intake, or some, so I cannot do this, I cannot do that, because it's okay, it will damage my rhythm, it will damage my diet, so no, this is idolatry. Okay, and this is selfishness and narcissism. Okay, the greatest problem with us caring too much about our health is that we have this selfishness, egoism, and we can feel it actually if we go to a fitness center. Okay, that very often people don't want to talk to each other. People are just focused on, okay, my muscle, my exercise, my time. There is this spirit of egoism, because it's you doing exercise for yourself, for your own body. So it triggers this egoistic mindset. And also narcissism, okay, looking at your muscles in front of the mirror, and okay, so all of that is removing God's blessing from this health consciousness that people have, that we may have. So let us remember this. Let us remember that this is very important. And Apostle Paul also, in the epistle to Ephesians, he said, you need to glorify God in everything you do. No matter if you drink, or if you eat, or if you do something else, glorify God. So if we do anything concerning that's helping us be healthy, that has to be done for the Lord, so that we can do more better ministry to Him, that our brain is healthier, and we can think and do more things with our brain and with our body. Okay, that we can pray longer, we can do more vows, okay? We can help more people, so for a longer time. If this is our motivation, then it will bring God's blessing with it. Okay, and another big and also with this glory, we can even see if from another side, I said that okay, you can be healthy, nice looking body, but you are ugly inside. But if you can manage this ugliness, if you can become beautiful in your heart, okay, we're supposed to have kingdom of God in our hearts. If we can reach this, and then we compare our body is healthy and nice looking, or it's big and fat and sick, okay, yes. So just by comparing how we look, we can think which kind of situation glorifies God more. He created us to be fat and sick, or He created us to be healthy and doing many positive things, okay, having all kinds of ability to do that. Of course, He wants you to be strong and healthy and capable of doing many things. Okay, so this is also glorifying God through a healthy life. So this is, but it's not as important as your soul. I'll come back to it. You have to begin with your soul, and this takes us to another question. All these things which I have mentioned that we should take care about regarding our health, they require strong will, and they require clear mind, able to understand all these health related matters. So we don't have it. Very often we don't have strong will. Today we have a mood, we do things and we were falling down, we don't want it, okay? Or we don't understand what it's all about, all these different supplements, vitamins, we don't get it, or we do wrong things, we harm ourselves. Okay, to fix this, the first thing that we have to do is to have union with the Lord. And this union comes through confessing our sins and through receiving the Holy Communion. When the Lord Himself comes inside us and He is destroying all this sin, all this sting of death that's inside us. Okay, He is limiting, He is undermining that, and this will heal our heart, will heal our will of power, will be capable of doing more. When we receive the Holy Communion, we say we receive it to the healing of soul and body, not only the healing of soul, which is more important, but also for the healing of body. Okay, we need to heal our soul in order to be able also to heal our body. Okay, so let us think about this. Without this, we won't be able to do it. Okay, we know that it's right. I'm supposed to do exercise, but I just don't find any motivation for it. Okay, it's not enough, and I don't find time for it. It's gonna, all kinds of problems are gonna come, and you won't be able to do that. Okay, so it's only through healing and through receiving the Lord's blessing that we can do that. Okay, so let us remember about this. Let us have a good balance in terms of how much we care about our health, have wisdom about these things, and not to make it undermine our love to Christ. Okay, so that our health consciousness doesn't become a new age religion. Okay, that we become this yoga and things like this. Okay, yes, vegan, and we just care about it's very egoistic, and it doesn't. It's a challenge. It's like saying, God, without you, I can manage without you. Okay, I want this life. Okay, I don't want to be with you. Okay, I'm afraid of death. I don't want that. I just want to stick to this life. Of course, this is paganism, and this is, you know, it's like challenging God. This is very anti-Christian, actually, in nature. So we have to be careful not to get into that trap. May the Lord give you strong health, give you healing of the soul, and help us do more to His glory, and both in ministry and asceticism, living with Him and doing testimony for Him. I mean, God bless. We can use all these technologies that there are out there already developed. Maybe they were developed for egoistic purposes, but now we also can use them not for egoistic purposes, for glorification of God, okay, and for doing greater, more ministry to Him. There is another, I'll add one more thing. There is another mistake that people make. They say, well, everything is decided already. How long will I live? The Lord has already decided, no? So by trying to lengthen your lifespan, are you challenging Him? Is this, well, this is also a fake, this is a lie, okay? Because the Lord gave us great liberty, great freedom about our lives also, okay? So for example, if you want to kill yourself, you can go and kill yourself, okay? You decide. So if you can decide such thing, you can also decide to overcome, to avoid sicknesses which are coming because of unhealthy foods that we eat and many other factors, unhealthy lifestyle. Okay, we're gonna fix those things. We can do something about it. Okay, the Lord knows. The Lord knows that somebody is gonna commit suicide. The Lord knows, okay, that you are going to take care about your health and live longer, or you won't do it and you'll die earlier. He knows everything, but this doesn't mean that He doesn't give you this freedom. Okay, so now we have this freedom, and we can really do many things to influence even how long we may live. Okay, of course, if we have the blessing of the Lord, and if we do it to glorify Him and not for self-egoistic purposes. Okay, may the Lord give you health, give you wisdom, and help us live in this new world that is coming. Okay, where many fake values are going to be proclaimed regarding this health consciousness, regarding many things. It's going to be fake, anti-Christian values proclaimed, but we need to filter out what comes from the Lord and what comes from the Antichrist. May the Lord help you, give you blessing. Amen.